Hello dear student, I welcome all of you on behalf of the Guru Gobind Singh Public School and Junior College, Nasik. So today we will going to see the standard 6 subject Civics. So as you know dear student, we are going to see today the remaining part of our second number chapter, the diversity in society. So in this chapter we will going to see the parts to be cover the contribution of society to our development and the regulation of society. So student, the learning outcomes of this lesson will be you will able to develop a healthy attitude towards various kinds of diversity around you. You will also recognize the various forms of discrimination and understands the nature and sources of discrimination. So the new words: imbibe. Imbibe means to take in. Deprive, to deny someone anything. Prejudice, any preconceived opinion. Misconception means a wrong idea or mistaken belief. So student, what we have learned in the last period of our civics, we have learned about the diversity is our strength. What we have learned in diversity is our strength. So we have seen, even though our India is a diverse country, but even though our India is a diverse country, but still India has a strength of that diversity. Means India is a strength due to that diversity. So which type of diversity we have seen in the diversity? So we have seen the linguistic diversity, means in our India several languages are spoken, local languages are also spoken, means in there are some state languages are also there. We have seen the Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, Odia. Okay, so there are several languages are spoken, and this type of diversity is known as the linguistic diversity. We have also seen the religious diversity in our country. We have seen that how our so in our country several peoples are following the different religions. We have seen that Islam, Jainism, Sikhism, Hinduism, several other religions are also follow in our country. So it is known as a religious diversity, right? So dear student, apart from religious diversity and linguistic diversity in our country, customs and traditional diversity is also seen. Also in means style of a food or making the food style is also different. So in a food also we can see the diversity. In our attire also we can able to see the diversity. Understand? So we have learned about the diversity is our strength, right? Then the principle of secularism. In the principle of secularism we have learned that our country is one of the important nation as a secular nation, and we have also learned that the principle of secularism in our country, special provision in our constitution, the special provision is made for secularism. And we have also learned that secularism also secures the religious and religious rights, and also the rights of their linguistic rights also secure by the principle of secularism. And we have also seen that the people are free to choose their own religions, or people are free to choose their own faith which maybe they believe, right? Means people are will able to follow the any particular religion, whatever they want to follow or whatever they like to follow. So it is we have learned about the principle of secularism, right? So dear student, today we will going to learn about the contribution of society to our development, right? We have already learned in our first chapter, our life in a society. There also we have seen, in that chapter also we have seen that the society also helps to our development, right? We have seen that how society helps to develop our linguistic ability. We have seen how society also encourages to develop our extra co-curriculum activity. But here we are going to see the different points. The first point is cooperation. So dear student, the all societies are based on a mutual cooperation between individual and the community. It means what? Our society is completely depend upon the mutual cooperation and individual cooperation. Without this mutual cooperation between individual and the community, without this mutual cooperation the society cannot run smoothly. So in society the cooperation is very much needed. So what we can say in a cooperation, or what we can include in a cooperation? What is meant by cooperation? So cooperation means, dear student, here sharing and helping. It means sharing and helping. It means what? Again, when peoples are in a need for the help, okay, when they are in a need for or when they are in a trouble, so that time helping them, or if they are lacking something, then that time also sharing particular thing to them. When we are also in a need, or when we are in also in a trouble, so that time the society also help us, or society also share us, right? So in the same way we are also sharing our happiness, sorrow with society. Society also sharing their sorrow, happiness with us. So it means what, dear student? The cooperation. Understand? So we are also able to see such type of cooperation, the attitude of cooperation in our family. Each and every person in our family also cooperating with each other. So suppose, dear student, if there is a no cooperation among us, then what will be happen? Then our society will not run smoothly. Then each and every person will face a different problem, or their problem, the whatever problem the person are facing, they have to suffer from that problem. Then what cooperation makes us? The cooperation help us to overcome from the problems. It means what? Cooperation, due to the cooperation we are completely interdependent upon each other. Means society also interdependent upon us, and we are also dependent upon the society. Means the mutual cooperation should be needed in a society for her smooth functioning. Understand? Then now the next point is tolerance and understanding. So dear student, when we, what is meant by tolerance and understanding? So when we move around, when we move in the society, so around us the several different opinion peoples are living. Maybe the different caste, different religious, different language peoples are living. But still what we are doing, we have to tolerate and we have to understand, right? Because under the principle of secularism, what we have learned? We have learned that they are having the right to speak any language, or to follow the any particular religion. So it also gives us the idea of tolerance, or we can say it also gives us the encouragement for the tolerance and understanding. So dear student, when we saw around us the different peoples of a different opinion, right? So we have to accept their opinion also, and they should also accept our opinion. Means at a one time we should agree with each other's opinion. Okay, there may be the difference between our opinions. So such sometime what happen, when there is a lot of difference between the opinion, and when the peoples are not going to understand each other in their opinion, then what can be the possibility? There are the possibility to arise the conflict, and when the conflict arise, then the conflicts can take the shape of the quarrel also sometime. So due to the lack of tolerance and understanding, that conflict can become the quarrel, or any conflict can give rise to the disturbance in the society. So dear students, sometime what can be the possibility? Sometime the conflict can arise also due to the prejudices, misconception. Prejudices means when we have the any preconceived opinion about any particular person, or when we have the wrong idea. Means misconception means when we thought about any person in a wrong way. So in that manner also we can misunderstood any particular person, and the conflict can arise. So when there is a conflict arise, so what we have to do? We just have to tolerate, or the both person among between whom the conflict arise, they just have to compromise, or they just have to understand each other, and they should have to show a spirit of tolerance. Only with the help of the spirit of tolerance we can able to create a harmony in our society. Understand? So here the tolerance and understanding is important one to enrich our social life. Okay. Now dear student, an opportunity to perform a different roles. So you just have to imagine yourself in the center of the picture, means in the circle you can imagine yourself, center circle you can imagine yourself, you, right? And dear student, when we go in a society, means inside our home and outside our home we have the so many responsibility or different roles to perform in the society. So society also gives us an opportunity to perform a different roles. Means when you are in the home, then you may be you may be the son or daughter of your parents, you may be the grandson or granddaughter of your parents, grandparents. When you are in your family members, when you are in your family, then you may be the one of the family member of your family. When you are in your friends, then you may be the one of the friend of your friends. Then when you are in the class, then you may be the class representative like a monitor. When you are in the society, then you may be the member of your society. So what society gives us? Society gives us an opportunity to perform a different roles. Understand? Then dear student, the regulation of society. So here dear student, the regulation of society. For smooth functioning of the society, what is needed? For smooth functioning of the society, rules are required. What we have learned in the last chapter, that or in the ancient times or in the old times, the societies were run with the help of some of the tradition, right? But in the modern times, dear student, as the society is expanding, as we are going into the more and more modernism or more and more innovative way, scientifically we are developing. So in that terms, what is needed then? Law is very much important to regulation of the society in modern times, because law is different from the tradition and custom, right? So the law is important one for the regulation of society. So, dear student, we can able to see the regulation of society through the laws and tradition is carried out by different organization and institution also in our country. And in the same time, the government is the several government bodies, okay, also helping to regulate the society. Means society is regulated by the government, several institution, the government bodies, different institution, and also the people in the society, means each and every person is helping to regulate the society smoothly. And for smoothly regulation of society, law and tradition and customs are necessary for smooth run of a society. Understand? So dear student, here we have learned the contribution of society to our development, right? We have seen here the contribution of society, we have seen the cooperation, the tolerance and understanding. We have also learned about the different roles and responsibility provided by our society, right? And in the regulation of society, we have also learned that how law and traditions are important one for regulating the society. So dear student, here assignment for you, you just have to make a chart of all the rules you follow in your school and in your class. Okay, so whatever rules and regulation which you are follow in your class and in our school, you just have to make a chart of all that rules and you can mention in your classwork notebook. Understand? Thank you.